Hello, Silver community. It's Sterling Cannabis with you once again, and today I'd like to rant a little bit about what's going on with the banks, some of the political stuff that is making me feel uncomfortable and uneasy with what's going on in this country, and kind of talk about at least what I'm trying to do to protect myself. And mostly what that is I buy constitutional silver. 40% and 90% dimes, quarters, nickels. 35% nickels, yep, I love them. 40% half dollars, 90% half dollars. Peace dollars, Morgans, I buy them cheap for the most part. I'm afraid of all the political stuff. Start with that. And it doesn't matter what side you're on. I know that you're going to be passionate about what you feel with the things that are being said and done in Washington, and you should be passionate about what the government is doing that affects your life directly. Absolutely. And I'm not here to tell you what to think or to feel, but what is going on, what it is doing, is just tearing this country apart. I mean, could it put us into civil war? Maybe. I pray every day it doesn't, but it could. The banks, they're doing this daily repo stuff. That scares me beyond belief. The banks are so afraid of each other that they will not lend money to each other. So the banks have to go to the Fed and borrow money from the Fed. And they're supposed to pay it back in 24 hours when they get their business done for that night. But the thing is they have to go back and do it again the next day. It's just a vicious circle, and it's getting worse, and it's a snowball going downhill. And when it explodes at the end, it's not going to be like a balloon exploding and having little shards of the balloon around that could be picked up and maybe something done with it. It's going to be more like a soap bubble. When that pops, there is going to be nothing left. And if you're not holding some silver and some gold, and your investments are in ETFs and whatever your pension company is putting stuff into, believe me, they're not putting it into the safest harbors to hold your money. They're putting it in things that are risky to no end. And the only loser can be you. And that stuff will disappear. So I stack. I've been doing this for about a year now, almost. I've been stacking hard. And it's getting to the point where I'm thinking that it could happen sooner than later. This election that's coming up, I don't know if the collapse will be before or after. I'm hoping it will be after. My prayers are that it's in the springtime after, so that my gardens are starting to grow and the fishing will be there and I can be ready for it and take advantage of what the earth has to offer to me as much as anything. But I'll never be able to produce my own energy that I will need in my home. I'll never be able to produce my own clothing and only a portion of my food. So I'm certainly going to need to be buying things going forward. And so I think it is most important that you stack this stuff and stack it hard. I've got a beautiful piece of silver right here. I've showed you a few times before. I paid about 1.5 melt value for this, and I absolutely love this. 5.1 ounces. I mean, if I hadn't bought that and went probably 7 to 8 ounces, I got this as a piece of sterling that I picked up at a yard sale. 60 grams of sterling, so it's 55, 56 grams of silver. I think I paid $25 for it. It's well under spot. This here, this is my most expensive silver collection. I've showed you, talked about it a little bit in the past, but this is my family collection. And it starts here with an 1888 Morgan silver dollar for my dad's mom, and it's beautiful. BU, right? Gorgeous. Come down here. I've got a BU Benji for myself. Actually, I've got a couple of them. This is probably the most unusual one I've got in there. My son-in-law is a 1985 baby. The U.S. didn't have ASEs, so I bought him a Libertad. And 1985 Libertads are just drop dead gorgeous. They've got the writing on the side, and I got that at an amazing price, and so I got that for my son-in-law. And then the rest of them here are ASEs. And the newest one I've got is a 2016 for my grandson. Now, this silver right here, like I said, per gram, I probably got more invested into this financially than any other collection I have. Bad investment? Well, you could say it is, and you wouldn't be wrong on that financial part of it. But every one of these coins, when I look at it, when I see it, it reminds me of somebody that I love. Several of them have gone on. There's a few of them that are still here. But it doesn't hurt to have a reminder of people that you love. So I don't mind that I spent extra for that. And I'm not getting on people for buying stuff that they think is pretty. But what I want you to think about is everything that can go wrong. And what do you want to have in your hands when it does? I believe that this United States government-backed silver, if you live in the United States, I know I have people from over in Europe that watch. And for you guys, when it goes bad over there, I mean, you want to have your native silver because the people that you're going to be dealing with will recognize it. So this is what I'm stacking hard. I mean, I've got some world silver coming, and I'll show you that in a week or so when it comes because it's cool. But it kind of goes more into my special stacking stuff that I want to have just because I want to have it. But my real main reason for stacking is to take care of me when the Federal Reserve notes aren't going to do anything for me. And so, if you take a message from me, please keep that in mind. Your governments, your banks, they're really in it to take care of themselves, not you. You got to take care of you. And the best way I know how to make sure that you can do the things that you need is to have real money. The Bible, the Constitution, they both say that silver is real money. I do too. Stack on, brothers and sisters. Peace out. I love you.